Hello everyone, this is Anne from Odulcina. Today it's the beginning of a new series and it's going to be called Crazy Quilting. Crazy Quilting, I'm not good at history, but it's a way to to do some quilting with just little pieces and it goes like randomly different forms. I did this project a few months ago, and it was just like a square that could have been without the laces all around. That could have been part of a crazy quilt, like a block, you know. And it has different angles. And most of those that I see, they use smaller pieces of fabric to create more angles and everything. But the idea with the crazy quilting that I love is all the embroideries that you can add, the beads, the embroideries, and between two fabric, you typically do an embroidery border. And there's hundreds of borders that you can do. And I'm really interested in that kind of thing since before junk journals. It was on my in my Pinterest. And so I decided to start with a project because I'm really a beginner. So I have those wood spools. So I created like just a piece of cotton from an old bed sheet for the size that I want because I'm going to add a border at the end. So I'm leaving a little bit of space. And I just did yesterday I'll show you quickly, kind of a structure of Crazy Quilt, but instead of blocks, it's just a long row, which is kind of, I find, maybe more difficult to do than a block. But this was my first kind of, so I'm not good. And I didn't do any tutorial because I'm a beginner. So I cannot really give you some ideas on how to do it when myself I didn't really know where I was going. But I'm happy with the result. I used the scotch tape here just to show you today. But the idea is that on every line, I'm gonna add a stitching, a border stitching that will be different and those that I love, and it's going to be kind of my reference. So when I want to do a crazy quilt later on, I can just look at all of the choices and ideas that I've put there. And if it's not enough, I can do a second one. But I'm thinking, it's always, the challenge is always to figure out and have the idea of what to do. So if I do a row of flowers, of daisy, of a specific stitch, everywhere on this one, I just have to look. Oh, I love this one, let's say. I do this one. And then the next one, this one. It's gonna be like a reference. Instead of a reference book, it's gonna be a reference roll of Crazy Quilt. And just to make it interesting, I've used some of my designs on fabric. You can print yourself because obviously you won't be washing that. And I've used one of the label Dressmaker Shop, like if it's a choice of different embroideries that the ladies can get on their dresses. But for me, it's for crazy quilting. So I don't know if this project is inspiring you. If it is, take the week to maybe do a line or even just, it could be any format as long as you have a couple of patches. And then every week I'm gonna quickly show you how to do a line or two, because when the line is very small, I guess I can do two. And this will be kind of a reference guide for crazy quilting borders between two fabrics. See you next week. Bye bye.